Hi, my name's Cheese, and welcome to another Fossil Sweeper Progress Update video. If you haven't heard of the project before, you can find an overview here, but the TLDR is, it's like Minesweeper, but you're digging up fossils, and you get to build skeletons out of the stuff you find. For the past month or so, I've been mostly focusing on museum editing work, and Peter has also finished the last Dig Biome music track. The Outback biome now has a music track which feels appropriately lonely, mysterious, and sweeping to me. This track is the last of the Dig biomes, and barring final mixing and mastering, the entirety of the soundtrack is now complete. With the exception of the credits music, every track is present in the game, which is a significant milestone for both Peter and myself. With the editing camera and interaction changes I mentioned in the previous video in place, I've been able to move forward with the editing mode functionality I'd been working towards since late last year. After changing snapping to be on by default, I created wall and ceiling variants of the placeholder informational display and got to work on implementing wall and ceiling placement. Once that was functional, I created a placeholder light fitting and replaced the fixed placeholder lights with museum items that can be moved around and added to the player's inventory. Eventually I'll make additional lights in the research phase, but for now each room comes with a set of default lights. I replaced the edit mode display and mount selector buttons with dynamically generated ones for each museum item type, and I refactored the code behind them to be more generic and generally applicable. I've got a few little things left on my to-do list for this, such as iterating on gamepad controls and adding a toggle for whether or not placeables can be put on the back faces of walls, but I'm very close to wrapping up this chunk of museum work, and I'm excited to be getting back to working on other aspects of the game. A very big thank you to the supporters going by on screen at the moment. Their support has helped me eat while making this game, and I am so very appreciative. A special thanks to new supporter, Michael Brune. A huge thanks also to Screen Tasmania, who supported this project with a small grant. Anyway, that's about it for today. If you'd like to keep track of development or try the playable prototype, you can find some links in the description. And if you're super keen to check out what we talked about here today, I make early test builds available to my supporters on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye!